One of the things that I pray for is just the ability to feel fully, to hold space for every experience emotionally, instead of running to the mind as an escape. And when you see this energy that takes the form of thought, as soon as there's fear in the body, the attention just gets diverted to the mind, and there's belief in whatever thought, and the thought is just a coping mechanism for the fear. I watched something yesterday that was a reminder of this, just the asking for the capacity to feel fully, because this was our state as a child. And then we started to go through life and adopt thought as a mechanism to cope. And it wasn't our fault, because the grown-ups in our life didn't teach us how to feel, how to be with. They themselves weren't with emotions. And so if you're suffering a lot in your mind, and life is really abundant and gracious in its ability to awaken you to the truth of what you are. And so very often things happen on the outside to catapult us into a deeper truth within, because the mind's first layer of coping really is just thought, and that can only be sustained so long at a very intense level. And so when we experience psychological suffering that is very, very intense and for prolonged periods of time, there comes a time when that suffering just releases in the mind. And in that moment, the ego gives up, or the mind gives up, or that which is the fundamental truth in us is revealed in us somehow. That peace, that bliss, that oneness, that presence. And in that moment, the suffering isn't there, but neither is the story, neither is the identity, neither is thought at all. There's just a oneness and bliss with everything that is. And once that experience happens, it's just a countdown, it's just a matter of time until you stabilize into that experience. It's just a matter of time and attention, as in being with every experience, being with the thoughts and really looking at them. And the more you look, the more you will understand, oh, okay, this is a coping mechanism. This is just the byproduct of fear, and the byproduct of me not being able to feel and hold the space fully in my body like I did when I was a child. And so in this way, we learn to feel more and more fully until the nervous system becomes completely regulated, as in your brain becomes rewired, because the brain works with the nervous system. And you literally don't have the same response to the triggers that you experienced so commonly before, so often before. And this process really is so sacred, deeply. And just to allow more and more, right? Because when the identity, like the entire identity of the mind starts to dissolve, you'll see the entire parallel, right? There's you, and then there's the entire parallel of the mind that is a layer of thought. No matter what you do, no matter what you think, no matter what direction, no matter if you pivot, like it's right there with you. So you know, okay, like this changing thought is not the answer. The answer really is healing this energy that's running parallel, right? And the energy really is in the body, and the energy is the energy of fear. And the mind has just become habituated to resorting to thought as a means of coping and as an escape for feeling. But the more you really do this work, and the more and more you are present with your mind, your body, right? Every experience that you're having within, right? Every sensation, right? You will learn to be more and more in your body, and you will ultimately return to being here fully. And it just takes practice, because our state before this was the complete opposite. And it's really in this transition that you develop deep, deep wisdom, a compassion beyond abundance, like an understanding all that you could never imagine. And it's this great capacity to feel that returns us to our truth and also our purpose, and aligns us with life, with the essence of all life. And so to ask and to remember who we truly are, and to go deeper into each moment, to be present in your heart, to feel in your heart, and to be in your heart each moment for the rest of our days. And that's it. There's nothing else. That's it.